A moment by the Deputy President to pay tribute to a former comrade, Musiwa Lekota.
I would like to convey to the Lekota family our sincere condolences for his passing on behalf of our government and the African National Congress.
On to the business of the day, Mashatile told members of the National Council of Provinces that the deployment of soldiers to Gauteng, Eastern and Western Cape will be intelligence-driven. The soldiers will soon be visible in the three provinces to deal with violent crimes, illegal mining and gangsterism, amongst other issues that threaten the safety of communities. Mashatile says law enforcement will adopt a preventative approach as opposed to a reactive approach to combat crime.
That's the approach we are taking. So we're not just going to send out all these forces out there, including the army, just in the dark. They are going to go exactly where the problem is and deal with it. So that's the approach we are taking, and I think this is the approach that will bring quick results and make sure that we don't deal with the problem 2 years later. But particularly to close the weaknesses and the gaps, because that's where the problem is, where you find that, by the time the security forces come, problems have already happened. People have been pushed out of their houses and so on. We don't want that to happen. We need to act before it happens, and the intelligence-led approach is going to assist us in this regard.
Mashatile says the revelations emerging from the Madlanga Commission are cause for concern, but maintains that government is dealing with lawlessness and that law enforcement must tighten systematic loopholes.
I think it's important to indicate that a lot of measures were put in place, but obviously it means we need more tightening. I think what is coming out of the Madlanga Commission is that indication to say, yes, you have all these measures, but there are still loopholes. That's why we are awaiting this recommendation from the Madlanga Commission. But with their initial report, which indicated, as I said, prima facie evidence on wrongdoing, the President has already acted to say to the Minister and the Commissioner, start the process of investigating whoever is alleged to be involved in wrongdoing and prosecute them.
On the water crisis, Mashatile further outlined government's plans to acquire water tankers and trucks to supply affected communities. Natasha Piri, SABC News.